How's it going, everybody? Doing a drinking Mountain Dew voltage and eating some pretzels here today. Nothing crazy. I'll just be chatting away as always. So good. It's still a 10 out of 10. It's so fucking good. Just got this small bag from 7-Eleven. I might get them another time, Bugles. I had completely forgotten about Bugles, but they had those in there. They had Cinnamon Toast Crunch Bugles and Hidden Valley Ranch. They also had Skittles gummies in there, which I'd like to try one time. They have a white cap on here now. It's usually blue. And one of the other flavors had the white cap as well. Unlock gaming rewards for Xbox. While filming the vid, look up some garage sales. Let's see if we got anything. I don't know. It's supposed to be like 50 this weekend, I think, so you might see something. There's a huge sale on Islip Terrace. Oh, wait. This already happened. This was the 24th. I don't know why that's still listed. Oh, wait, no. Oh, that was Sunday, though, because Saturday it rained really bad. I just want to look up Ashboro. This keeps coming. I don't want to bother. It's a little annoying on the phone. remember exactly when this originally came out. But there was no way. I think a lot of people like this one. There's no way it was going to be a seasonal thing or disappear for like 10 years. Because I see voltage, like, I've seen it in Florida, obviously here in New York. I saw it in North Carolina, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere else. Maybe it's Pennsylvania. I feel like this one. Like Code Red and regular Mountain Dew are like the three most common ones to find now. Code Red will always be the second. When did Code Red? I feel like Code Red came out in like the late 90s. And then they just started pumping out flavors. It kind of sucks that some disappear, and maybe you'll see them again in 10 years, or they just disappear completely. But it looks like now Baja Blast is going to be like everywhere, all the time. I don't know. Like, I don't know who owns Taco Bell, but I know they serve Pepsi products. I don't know if Pepsi actually owns Taco Bell. But they must have had some kind of agreement, licensing agreement or something, to not, or to have it exclusive just to Taco Bell for as long as it was, because people love Baja Blast like right out of the gate. And for it to take years before it became like readily available everywhere, has had to have been some kind of agreement. Taco Bell just fits with Mountain Dew and Pepsi. It's kind of like Xbox is a fit with Mountain Dew as well. Probably because green is their primary. I always associate green with Xbox. Even though the Xbox one I have is not even green. I think it's sea green or some shit. The first one was black, but it had the green. You know, the Xbox thing in the middle was green. Halo is green. Master Chief's armor is green, I should say. What else? The 360 was, the first one was white, right? Then they made the black one. They did make a Halo 3 one, I think that was green. It's weird, it kind of almost goes back to the beginning. Like, oh yeah, green, it's green. March Madness is still going on. I think we're into the Sweet 16 now, both men's and women's. plus minutes of the ramble that I put up this morning. GameCube mic was sitting over here on the box. I pulled this out because somebody was interested, I think, in a ramble with the GameCube mic, so I gotta get around to doing that. But here's some sounds of it. It's crazy how I got that back in 2018. I would have did the game. I would have done the pickup. I'm sure it's still obviously on my channel. That was a nice garage sale grab. I can't remember how much it was. I don't know why I keep thinking $18, but maybe it was even $15. Maybe it was a little more. But I got in the GameCube. It had the GameCube mic, which came with Odama, I believe. It had the Resident Evil 0 in there. It had Simpsons Hit and Run in there. Bad Boys, Miami something, Takedown or some shit. Pat and Kato's. I want to say there might have been one more. I might have to go back and see that video. There might have been one more in there. Oddly enough, The Simpsons Hit and Run always had value. I mean, even Pat and Kato's had value back then too. I mean, GameCube games have had value for a while, but I bet you I wouldn't be surprised if all those games have a little more value now. But The Simpsons Hit and Run on all consoles sells for like at least $30 to $40. I've owned that game on every system, probably twice at least. I originally had it on the GameCube. The GameCube, I probably had it on, like, in terms of getting it at garage sales, or actually buying it, just from like GameStop or whatever, probably 4 times. It's a great game. I know a lot of people are calling for it to be remade. It's just GTA Lite in the Simpsons universe. And it's good. There was like legitimately funny parts in it. Obviously had the whole cast doing the voices. I think it was written by some of the writers from the show. Because when did that come out? I must have been playing it somewhere else first, because didn't that come out in like 03? But I remember completing it in 05. This was around the time of one of my friends' weddings, and I just remember that. And that was on the GameCube. I might have owned it on probably the Xbox, but didn't complete it. Which is nuts. To think when that actually came out, even if it was 03 or 04, whatever, that wasn't even halfway through where The Simpsons is now. I think they're in like season 36 or some shit, or 37, which is insane. I have not watched it. I haven't seen a new episode in a while. But I watched it all the time from the beginning until like, I want to say like season 20, which is also nuts to think about, like 20 years. Like, that's a ton. But I remember like, the season premieres like the late 90s, early 2000s, and you're like, wow, that was like seasons, 12 12, 13, whatever. I think the first season was 89, right? It's just wild. Like, it's just still going. Pretty much like, no, maybe not even 20. Maybe it's like 18 years. No, because I feel like I was still watching it consistently. But I didn't find it as funny. I feel for me, and this is going to be, The Simpsons now stretches so many different eras. You have kids who were born in freaking 2005 who could be watching it now or start watching when they're like 9, 10 years old and they love the newer ones, but I think the comedy and the writing in the earlier seasons, especially like the first 10 to 12 seasons, is just fantastic. And then it started to kind of drop off, but it was still good. I mean, I'm trying to think of the last episode I saw. It might have been from like 4 or 5 years ago. And it was still pretty good. But it's such a... Like back in the day, it was just joke after joke, and it was just hilarious. Like, I feel like they started relying on guest stars way too much, and that happened, even in like seasons 10, 12. Eat 2 more of these. I mean, it's crazy to think that, Family Guy's been on a million years now, too. South Park is still going. Didn't that new South Park game just come out? Snow Day or something. But yeah, that's just eating some mini pretzels, Schneider's mini pretzels, and drinking the good old Mountain Dew Voltage. And just rambling a little bit, but yeah. Thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.